Eagles have turned over the ball. Staying big, strong carry in the mid
Away.
by the tight hit prop. Strong carry from the Eagles, building their phases, getting numbers over the ball. Staying going to the blind side now. Wicht onto Jacobs. Stain puts up the ball to his 8th man, Volskut. Stain. Devon now looking for territory, turning Sebastian Makwane, and he finds a great one into the 22. Clear basics down here by the SW Eagles. They know that they need to get the territory so they can give themselves a chance.
Ja, so viel weiß. Hold that. Nummers.
With the height advantage of the Cheetahs. It's a full-man line out.
The 6. Sack is fine. Bring die bal uit. Dis 'n sack wat goed is vir hom.
So the ball has to come up. Man, box kick. Clears the line.
Goeie sack.
The maul happened inside his own 20.
Op die jump.
Hit all the right.
Hoeveel is ons?
From Mark setting up the line out, attacking line out for the Eagles. They've gone for a 5-man line out. Setting up a driving maul.
Whoa. That's a long arm transfer. He's never bound to the jumper. You can't give the ball to the back.
Tactical from
15 in.
Jakopeta. Good game. Curry Cup final.
Oh, ja.
Well
Die rapper
managed.
moet jy nie jumper bind. Jy kan hom nie daar ver vir hom gee nie.
Long placement from the jump to set up a driving maul. And Louis Fisher, easy does it.
Selfe vir julle met die rapper.
A good throw in there by Jacobus Vermaak. Just gave the ball too far away and he had to run into his own player. So hence the penalty given to the Cheetahs.
Finta goes to the back, it's an overthrow. Knocked on the ball though, backwards.
Ja, was forward.
Jakopeta said it was
Number 2
lost forward.
touched it.
From Mark, we had an opportunity there, an overthrow from Finta. The Cheetahs.
Oh, just an unlucky slip of the ball by Johannes Stein.
Next free scrum off the game.
Is te ver, hier is om nader kom. Is te ver? Ons gaan nie werk daai nie. Is dit? Okay.
Come boys. Who's on me? Let's go back five. Let's go back five. Let's go, Charles. Okay, lock, stop down.
Let's see what's
Nice and
moving.
square.
Both
Scratch.
scrum and packs get on to the first time.
Bind.
The scrum.
Sit. Goeie engine. Okay. Dis 'n bietjie na daarso. Ons gaan net so klein bietjie. Okay, next one Benno.
Some communication with the referee in the middle.
Okay.
Jakopeta.
Bit of wet patch there, but I recognize a bit of overextension by Mzovugilas Fisa. Hence he couldn't hold his balance in the slip of the feet, but both sides as well.
Okay, locks. Let's go. Arden, let's go. Go. Let's go, Nosa.
Crouch.
Sit.
Bind. Sit.
Second scrum is solid from the Cheetahs. Get the wheel a bit.
Sorry chaps, look at the field cutting up.
Oh, it's fine. Well done, boys.
Okay. Oh, let's try. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, but this field has been giving us issues on Saturday as well. It's not the most ideal grass, and there's a lot of slipping, and now it's caused a part of the winning of the scrum.
Knees off the ground. You've had your freebie.
Let's go, let's go. Slot in. Back 5. Go, Charlesy.
Like the square. Shoulders up. Crouch.
Sean Marie up against
Bind.
Vigila Sofisa.
Sit.
Back on plane. Ball.
And the far side happens now.
That's their pressure.
Collapsing happens on the far end.
Pressure. Shoulders dropping.
Nicola Koza, man penalized by Jaco Paper. Cheetahs showing intent, going for the touch.
Big engage there between Koza and Kutia, with the slip of the bind being penalized.
Rapper in. Rapper teen die jumper.
Into the 22, the Cheetahs go now, trying to pile up the pressure. 2 penalties conceded by the Eagles. Feinter. To the midfield.
Very good sack.
Which is a good sack from the Eagles. No momentum. Pick and go for Mabongile Nkondwana. Tian Meyer. Feinter.
Tackle off. Back here.
Meyer. Missed pass. Tian Skuman denied. Kirsten Haynes, 50th game. Welcomes.
Offside. Number 13. Back for the baller. 13.
Tian Skuman, but he was offside. Jumping the
Offside, never
Gandhi.
onside by 13 green.
It just shows you what they pride themselves with. The Eagles. Defensively, they've been strong this season.
Kirsten over eager to stop Tian Skuman,
There is a punch on set.
putting himself a
You're
foot
the
forward from
team
the
that deal out. They're not the team that
offside
deal out.
line.
So you keep the gap.
Every player has to line up behind the most hind foot on that rack. He jumped the gun, he was a bit ahead. Penalty. The Cheetahs again. Not taking an opportunity to go for post. I really want to showcase what they have here. You can see they split the
Green, keep the shoulder height.
back line, 3 on each end.
Crouch. Bind.
Mid scrum. Opportunities on either side. Scrum from the Cheetahs.
It's popped. Nothing there.
Lots of reset scrums here, Martin.
The Eagles are taking pressure very well. Didn't expect them to be holding up so well against the Pro 14 side, I'd say, of the Cheetahs front forwards.
Do you think there's a difference between the scrumming from props,
Stay square hier so. Geen dat jy omloop nie.
or you expect the other side playing in a bigger competition to be dominant?
And so I think the physical preparation will be much better from first division compared to Pro 14. So I must say the Eagles are doing very well.
Bind. Sit.
It's a fourth reset.
Maak die gap nou kleiner.
It's been 9 minutes. We haven't seen much besides the scrums.
Ja, hy's reg, hy's 100%.
2 teams really settling into this
Hulle net
game.
'n kans om aan te pas. Daai tyd's nou verby.
Forwards are filling each other.
Closer, shoulders
Front
up.
row of champions, current champions of first division, the Eagles. You got Nicola Koza, Jacobus Vermaak, and Vugile Sofisa, Ruben Skuman,
Away
and
from the arm,
Johannes
shoulders
Janssen
up.
van Rensburg. They locks. You got Jonas Stander, CJ Stander's brother, on the number 6 flanker for the Eagles.
Play advantage, early shove.
Eddie Shav here, Cheetahs keeping the ball into the scrum,
Play advantage.
playing advantage. Sneeman with the pass. Ali Kitima.
Will you check? Okay, foot and touch. Okay.
Now playing the advantage, the
JJ.
Cheetahs have to go upstairs and see if that
We are playing advantage for early shove.
everything
So
was
just check the
legal.
grounding for us, whether the foot's in touch.
Check the foot in touch.
Yes, please. So we are happy with the grounding. So we need evidence with the foot in touch, otherwise it's a try.
Great tackle made onto Ukijima. In that position pose, the aim is to tackle him out, making sure that you get him on the line, get the ball out. That is a great tackle.
Don't have control over it.
Yes, you can't run with your legs, but then at the same time,
for the penalty.
he kept the legs up.
No try.
It was no try.
Early shove. Ja, maar je vastkop is op je angle en hij chase nog voor die bal.
Didn't score that one. It's an opportunity.
All right.
The scrum has been a problem for them both sides.
Kom ik ga achter die 5 is een penalty.
Charles Marais dominating Mzovugile Sofisa, not being able to keep the pressure, hence he had tried to get the early shove in.
Well, we heard Franco Smith talking about it before the game on that interview. He's talking about the dominance of the SWD Eagles pack, and that's what they've been doing. They want to make sure that they can put one over them. How do you go about it? I mean, they need to really, really crank it up. I think maybe a bit of intensity need to be lifted here. 11 minutes gone. I don't think they've seen any phases yet.
Crouch. Bind.
They're hammering them in front. They're not just dominating the scrum, and they're dominating them mentally as well. So it's becoming a mental game.
Jordan picks up and goes onto the 5 meter. Competing hard on the breakdown. Oh, definitely.
Kaptein. So the klomp scrums so far, ek het hom 'n paar gegee om aan te pas. He's clearly not surviving the hit, then losing his feet. One on the angle early, please. Adjust.
A yellow card for Mzuvukile Sofisa.
Okay.
Man who went to Grey High School, has played for the EP Kings, 21 games in the junior and the youth teams. He's at 17 games for SWD, struggling with that scrumming. And the Cheetahs really want to push this advantage through now. A yellow card in the first 11 minutes of this game.
6.
And man who's being sacrificed as Johannes Stander will be coming off, and they need a
option for a scrum.
The man who can scrum up front, and that is Dievot Dieka.
Stay up, off the floor.
Important now that the Eagles keep level-headed. Losing such key man with Dievot Dieka with just as much potential.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Man. Ball to the back. Jordan controlling it, and then they're going for this pushover try. And they do get it. It's a penalty try. It's the first blood for all the Cheetahs. Rolling up their sleeves. It was 8 versus 7 in that scrum with the man in the sin bin, Sofisa. And the Cheetahs trot back. And that's a difference.
The Cheetahs dominating in the scrum, binding in together, driving that ball to the try line with Neil Jordan controlling that ball, going for the try by himself.
Now it goes high. Fisser. Into contact they go now, the Cheetahs.
Back.
Mayer for share. Oh, easy kick, clearance. Good exit play from the Cheetahs. They really clear their lines and get upfield. The moment you can see that yellow number down at the bottom there, number 3 from the Eagles. Yellow carded for infringements in the scrum. And that meant Johannes Stander had to move off to the bench too, as they needed a fully fledged prop onto scrums. Fair mark Stain picked up onto the midfield. Big, strong man, Tyler Fisher. 107 kilograms off the center. Stain, slow ball. Strong carry into the midfield there by Nicholas Immerman. Competing hard. Oh, well, there's a bit of fisticuffs here. Players changing the headbangs, a lot of emotion. Alshon Bach, one of the most experienced players on that field. 36 years young.
14. Gooi. 14. Gaan terug. Dis nie boksstryd nie. Gaan terug. Ja. Van Amerika, wat het jy?
That was not needed. The last shove.
Just saw the end of it.
Yeah.
Number four,
Onto Alshon Bach.
Number 4.
Ja.
Something
I
must
guess
have triggered
tempers
it.
are high.
I think we need to have a
Okay. JJ. Kyk of kan jy 'n camera kry, a camera that was on that where that started. Looks like 4 and 14 or 8 and 14. 14 green.
We'll check for possible foul play.
Otherwise we restart with a scrum to green.
Well, we're looking up for foul play before the scuffle started there between the two players from the Cheetahs and the Eagles. So there's a tackle. You see Alshon Bach there. He's a man who's attending onto the clean. The ball was a bit slow for the Eagles. Alshon felt that Neil Jordan was holding him back, and there's a little push. Yep. JJ Wagner will have to make the decision.
Is that the best angle?
That's
He's
the
our
best
team,
angle, Jaco.
Okay, we haven't got a lot of cameras. Can you see anything definitive there? Because I can only, it looks like a shove on these screens.
Yeah, it's only a shove from White
Okay,
after
but-
the ball have been moved away.
Okay, both players. So are you happy if I give them a talking to and then restart with the scrum?
That will be fine, yes.
Okay, captains? 8 White. Okay, 8, 14. 6. Okay, listen, there's nothing definitive on the screen, but we cannot play the whole game like that. I'm going to restart with the scrum for you guys, but both of you on a warning and both teams on alert. So if I see anything, are you happy if I escalate quickly? Thank you. Yes.
Well managed there
Thanks.
by our match officials, trying to carry on with the game. That match was seen from the wider angles and all of that.
Positie.
It's a scrum for the Eagles. There's a bit of a caucus. Make sure they get the discipline right. Champions.
Ek weet waar teen jy is, maar ek sê try net jy shy beter kry. Okay. Patience, White.
7-man scrum from the Eagles up against the 8 from the Cheetahs. Already we've seen the 7-pointer was a penalty try from a push over from the Cheetahs. How will they handle this pressure now, the Eagles?
Okay, skouers op. Crouch.
They first put in.
Bind. Set.
Stain. Pick and go from the back there under pressure. Wayne Volskut, but he does well. Makes the
Yeah,
yard.
play on
Stain
backwards.
under
And ball
pressure
out.
from Mayer. Mayer does. Stain does well. Former Cheetah to pick and go to the blind side. Now they're going to keep it up with the forwards. Now the Eagles. Stain onto Ruben Skuman. Stain. Devan now looks onto the inside. It's Johannes Janssen van
Off it
Rensburg.
now.
Stain. Another carry from Emmelman. Vermaak, the captain.
Nummer 7 black White.
Stain. Emmelman well met in the tackle by
Leave it.
Mokondwana.
Ruck formed.
Walked, Marlon worked. Fullback, exciting player. Western Province
Counter-ruck is
Academy
good.
counter-racking from the
Last
Cheetahs. They survived though. Carry from
It
Skuman.
was on the player in front of him. Ball's up. The ball's
Ball
up.
was up and Feinter was
Not on
right
the
on
ground,
top
no
of
ruck.
it. The Cheetahs have turned over the ball. Nicoli, Skuman, Gijima, Bernard Janssen van Rensburg. A little chip from the winger. Ball goes out in the full. Under pressure, the Eagles not sustaining the ball possession, turning it over, back in their own half.
Rainer Fenter, strong on his feet, stealing that ball. Very involved in this game, securing that turnover for the Cheetahs.
Well, I can see. Sorry.
The ball spread very wide
No, got it
with
for
a
me.
chippy by our captain Tian Meyer, trying to get
Not
into
today.
space. Just unlucky for it to bounce out.
Cheetahs want to up the tempo with the early throw in there. Had to be called back. It's Feinter. Junior Pokomela, Tian Meyer, onto Nicoli, over the gain line. They go now, the Cheetahs.
Advantage, not rolling.
Changing
Doesn't
direction,
matter,
going to the
ball
blind
slow
side
down.
is Meyer. Taking a switch. Abongile Nonkontuana into the 22.
Slow advantage.
Slow
German
ball
player
for
there.
the Cheetahs now. Jordan back to Fauchier. Nicoli looking for Tian Skuman. Well met in contact in the tackle by Kirsten Haynes, but they maintain possession. Meyer. Marais offload to Justin Basson. Good. Sit down, be humble. Meyer
Never onside.
onto the offsides now. Again, discipline being the case, but Louis Fauchier goes forward, offloading into contact. Tian Meyer goes for the long one. Gijima with the quick hands. Back onto the inside from Gina Pokomela. Who else? Rubs Magwane.
Excellent line.
Our Cheetahs score their second try. Advantage and the ball being promoted in contact. And Rubs Magwane. Another try for the season.
Great clearing of the ball by Tian Meyer, our captain. Popped it to Pokomela, gave it into Rabs Makwane, scoring yet another try for the Cheetahs. Eagles not doing very well into resetting to the defense lines, over eager to defend the Cheetahs ball and opening those gaps, and with the Cheetahs making it easy to identify the scoring opportunities.
Ball kept alive there with Louis Fauchier now attempting his first kick for the evening. Penalty try, that's why there was a 7-pointer. No need to convert that one. Fauchier. Strike sounds good. And the ARs don't agree. 12-0, they lead now. 19 minutes gone in this game. Promotion relegation.
Oh, great offload by Mkijima to Abongile, and the great try scored by Makwane.
Shot, no problem.
2016 Currie Cup champions, unbeaten in that season was the Cheetahs. They found themselves playing in promotion relegation because they've been fighting on two fronts, Pro 14 and Currie Cup. They used their juniors and they didn't go so well. But now, Fissa with
That's
the ball. Setting up the ball now. And the Cheetahs starting to put their dominance up. Well, once he gets up momentum, they're running with it. And you can even see the bench is excited. Tian Meyer. This is Nicoli. Short ball. Fauchier catching a grid line. It's got Junior Pokomela. Junior over the shoulder. Tian Skuman form inside their own 22. Coast to coast they go. Skuman finishes it off. Momentum was they got from the driving ball, and it is a skill set for the backs.
The Cheetahs not just dominating physically in their maul, but dominating mentally as well. Fauchier making the break, popping it in to Pokomela. I must say, with Tian Skuman running that support line, receiving the ball with a great try for the Cheetahs.
Louis Fauchier, the quick one, and he slots it.
Oh, great run by Nicoli, supported by the team. I must say, the Cheetahs came and did say, Coach Franco said, we have to dominate them. They prepared for the dominance, and now it seems as if the Eagles are falling away. I don't know if they'll keep up this pressure.
Ja, reg.
The Eagles starting to full up players and lots of injuries. There's a lot of uncertainty within the sides as most of these players with the coaching staff, their contracts will be getting renewed for next season. I think this is the last day on their contract, so there are lots on their minds, but at the same time they have to execute on that field.
Okay.
Man who's coming off is RG Jacobs, who is heavily bent or strapped knee, and May has come on for him in the number 22 jersey. For Shia, Lee. Also narrated center in South Africa, Nicoli does his basics well. Tian Meyer, Visser.
Hurry.
Back to Fauchier, pressure from Steyn, to no avail. Well, back to the full complement now as the yellow card. The time
3 kom terug en 6 is weer op.
has left 10 minutes on the
Kom 3 op. Maar jy bly, sorry. 18 jy bly hoor.
Devil Decker will stay onto the field and Jonas Stander will come on.
Kyk, tyds aan.
Sofisa
Kyk ons vir die sackers ben.
has been pulled out of the field. Four-man line out. Steyn. Execution letting them down, but the ball went backwards. Pass from Devon now, from a UJ player. This is May, junior, playing for the youth teams of
Whose ball is it?
the Blue Bulls. He's a talented individual.
Sorry, laaste.
Also in high school, played
Okay.
ACES schools in
Laaste
2012.
geraak deur groen. Kind wit vas en toe teen groen, so dis wit bal.
He was identified by the Bulls when he went and played at Tux University. Wena Venter. Good competing there from Ruben Skuman. For Mark, winding himself up now as well skip, but he's well met in that tackle. Good tackle from Louis Fauchier, big for a fly half. Jakob van Mark making the advantage line. Cheetahs line very strong and defensively solid, harassing the Eagles backwards. They've lost 5 meters.
Ball out off green.
They're competing on the breakdown, but now it's the big man, Tyler Fisher. Steyn, Koza, decides to use his footwork.
Okay, lost.
Steyn, Skuman, quick hands for Mark. Oh, it was on his toes.
It's wide.
Testing his hamstrings.
Nee, is reg gesê. With a dribble on the floor.
Eagles trying to get the ball to the edges. For Mark just missing that, catching that ball as it was passed to his toes.
Difficult to catch. As the ball as he left the hands, you can see the nose of the ball just floating down to the field. Difficult for him, not in his eye line.
Ons moet punch op set.
What
Hou daai klein gappie. Heel bly op.
competing from
Shoulders on.
the Cheetahs defensively, coming up hard on the line,
Crouch.
making those tackles.
Bind. Sit.
Meyer
Take it out. Take the ball out. Both players went down.
goes to the blind. Skuman looks for space behind there, but well marshaled and Moller with the mark.
Sy, reg.
And 9 tries for the Eagles. Play for the Western Province Academy, where They gave him a chance to go play in France and played for Brive. And what a season he's had, playing on the wing whilst Leighton Eckstein. Quick line out from the Cheetahs.
Wow. That's
Well,
for
they even beat Jaco Paper to it.
Slagge voor hom. Slagge voor hom. Kan die nou nie vanaf vat nie. Julle maat het klaar die lyn gevorm, okay?
Can see the intent from the Cheetahs trying to up the pace of this game.
The Cheetahs are building momentum, if they have the momentum, and they don't want to break that.
Lee in the midfield. Gets over the gain line. Mayer coming around the corner, but it's for Shear. Massive pass from William Small-Smith. Makwane. Mayer. Sean Marie.
Leave it to.
It's Charles changing direction. Smith. Quick hands. Tian Schoolman. Overrunning there from Makwane. But you can see the intent. Midfield and realigning and quick play to the blind side for the Cheetahs.
That was an open line for Makwane to run. Jan Skuman just not looking where he passed.
He was already in front of the ball though. Hold your depth in the wing.
Sorry.
Maybe if he looked, he'll have passed it forward.
Hy sê dis 'n hooker is nie.
Vermaak to Schoeman. Not in straight, but
Okay.
the referee's let it
Play
go.
down. Only green players on the floor. Hold back. Only green players on the floor.
Have to build some more momentum now from Elmerman. Stain goes for a high kick, touches the sky. Makwane gets up, protects himself in the air, does well to retain possession. Mayer, Marie for Shea, onto Kijima. Ali looks onto his inside, Nikoli bundles it. May now. Exciting player, great skills from him. May, he's got support. Running away from him, isolated in the content. Alshon Bach with all his experience. This is Koza. Harassed in the tackle by the Cheetahs. Stain. Volskut. Now the missed pass to the touch judge. Early play from the Cheetahs. That's a 1-2 play, and the man on the ground, oh, he had to leap over. No infringement. Mayer. Skuman. He's got everyone in front of him. Thinks about the territory. Oh, he's got the ball on the string.
Excellent touch by Skuman.
Oh ja, my radio's dood. Kan jy my hoor? Hoe gaan jy? My radio's dood.
I mean, almost 30 minutes and half an hour is gone in this game, and you think about the Eagles, they've had a yellow card and they're struggling with their strengths. How do you turn this one around?
I think from our side, we need to start building momentum. I think we need to start getting a running game, not playing defensively, because they are playing defensively now and it's not working. I'd say get the ball out to the wingers, get a run out, kick out of pressure, chase that ball and get to the Cheetahs 22.
Just now talking about that, the Cheetahs have been coming up with a massive line speed. It's kind of hard to get behind them. What other options they can get?
I'd say a box kick from a 9 from a loose play, a box kick from a 9 with the chasers going in for the ball. But we have to, from that phase, play a slow ball to secure the ball and get it out again to the wingers.
Het lijkt tussen 4.
Gaan die daar twee?
Defensive line out now for the Eagles. Vermaak. Skuman.
Ball out.
Competing was Basson. Volskut. Hat-trick in that final against the Falcons. 2 weeks ago. Stain now. And Kijima. Early ball from him. Skuman calling for it. This is Rabs. Makwane. dancing shoes, gets over to the 10-meter line. Mayer for Shear, gets down to the physical bit. Mayer, Justin Basson. Mayer, Feinter.
Yes, never onside.
Onto Nico Lee.
What's the number there?
Schoeman again with the quick hands. Depth
Little
again.
advantage.
Lacking from the Cheetahs.
27 was never onside.
For Shear, nothing on. He goes for that long
Offside,
kick.
never onside.
And what a kick it was.
Okay.
So many phases putting the Eagles
Was it
under
27?
pressure.
27. Better be. 27 up.
Oh, Eagles is over eager to defend those lines.
Also.
The line between Sofisa and Fisher.
Change from the Eagles as Koza comes off, and coming on will be the number 17, Tinas Neervoort. Played for the Free State Cheetahs. He's got 28 games for SWD as a Shimler's player. And just one cap for the Griquas.
Hold it.
Changes up front from the Eagles. And Renan Fanart, they go to Nkondwana. Nico Lee cracks on the pace, gets over the gate line. Man, trying to play the same side. He had support for Shear. Decides to use his bulk and pace.
Ball out, play on.
Mayer. Feinter, good tackle from Kirsten Haynes. 50th game for the Eagles.
Ball out, play on.
Ball out, and it's a knock on.
Yes, play advantage for a knock forward.
It's an advantage for the Cheetahs. Oh. It's helter skelter now.
Nee, dat goed geslagen. First knock, double knock.
It's like Skittles out there.
Let's gaan.
Great tackle made onto the ball by the young Ruben Schoeman. And
By
Kristen Haynes just so eager
Was it back there in the ruck?
to get the ball in his hands and create momentum
sorry.
for the Eagles.
Yeah, his eyes were
Sorry,
looking at
lads,
the
the first
opposition
knock
while the
on.
ball was
Sorry,
in his
AJ
feet.
corrected me. The first knock on was by White 9. Sorry. It's your ball.
The first knock on from the white line.
Thanks, AJ.
Good call. Good officiating from Yaku Paper. It was not a long flight or a drive, just a little drive for him.
Patient.
Bloemfontein based referee. Based referee.
Schouders up. Shoulders on. Patient, White. Crouch.
Staying now with the ball as the Eagles trying to
Bind.
release the pressure.
No. Oh,
The scrum's been a problem, Biggie.
trek. Hier is beweging.
Scrums have been a bit difficult for the Eagles.
Hold in. Let's go.
With the two new replacements that came on, it also seems that it's a bit shaky, a bit unstable, and they're not holding the pressure from the Cheetahs.
Crouch. Bind. Sit. Steady.
Staying. Pressure from the
good scrum.
Cheetahs pack. Really dominating this one, but Voskett does well, the 8th man.
Hold yeah.
Staying to now.
Good pick up 8. Down the scrum.
Now finds the stands. Well, only 19 points. The Cheetahs lead here against the First Division champions 2018.
Hy
is
engel
the
kom jy
third
klaar voor
time
om te
they've
gaan. Dit
won
is nie individual
the First
engel nie.
Division.
Dit is goed gedoen om my bal te kry. Voilà. Kyk,
It's been 11 years since they won it, since 2007. Cheetahs loaded the pack and loaded their players up for the Pro 14. That's an overthrow from Feinter. Reacting well was Nicoli. Oh, ever present.
Rock.
Mayer. William Small-Smith with the outside ball. One that comes onto the inside. Takes position. William Small-Smith. Murray knocks it on. Opportunity now for the Eagles. And Haynes decides that he has to clear his lines.
The Eagles have to get a cleaner ball to get that front foot forward. They're struggling on the lineouts. They're struggling on the scrums.
Territory is all with the Cheetahs, 57% and possession. Oh, good competing on the lineup, but he lost the forward. Abongile Nkontwana reacts best. For Sir, tackle, balls popped out. Two knock-ons, 2 wrongs doesn't make it right.
Just a knock-on in contestant by Johannes Janssen van Rensburg. We come back for scrums for the Cheetahs. Hopefully, Bobes, the Eagles can fix it from the scrums, but it's quite difficult to be optimistic because through the first scrum up until now, they've been struggling.
When we talk about struggling, one man who's really having a tough one is Devil Decker, who's getting a bit of attention on his shoulder. This is how this game has started. It was a dominant scrum from the Cheetahs that got them a penalty try and a yellow card against the Eagles. And then after that, the skills from the Cheetahs with the turnover ball, and Max and Makwane scores that one. This was something special here, Biggie. The running lines and the support play, presence of mind to look for the man in a better position. Tian Skuman scoring that one. 3 tries they've scored. They didn't have to convert the penalty try. It was a given 7. 1 missed conversion. He's come on as a late replacement for Malcolm Miar at fullback. He's wearing a number 23 jersey because the bigger man, they say.
Elbow up, dan gaan jy verby sy arm. Kyk. Crouch. Bind. Sit. Stepping to the side. It's a pop. It's not green, it's white. You step to the side there. No clear forward dominance. Reset. Right.
Oh, another attention to the front row, and that's the captain from Mark. Seeming to be struggling with his back, and he'll be making his way out. Leroy Bart is the reserve hooker, who will be coming on with the number 25 jersey, not the number 16. Really feeling the pressure in those scrums. The whole starting front row from the Eagles, either nursing an injury, all the Eagles on the bench.
Crouch. Sit. Bind. Sit. Square one.
Oh, finally turns for the Eagles. They get the penalty.
Yep.
Changing that front row.
Number 1.
Could be the catalyst for this.
Shape, elbow down.
It's been long since they've had a positive. I think that change comes with a miracle. I'm hoping for some build-up of some momentum from here.
Dima now takes them to the 10-meter line into the Cheetahs half.
Line middle.
Oh, great try, scrum, apologies. He held his bind and forced Shaw Murray to break his.
Bart staying.
Play on backwards.
Pass, letting him down. This is Marlo Whip, but then his ball is charged down, but he recovered.
Play on.
Playing on. Pressure there by Junior Pokomela.
No more rock.
Ball is turned over to Cheetahs now. William Small-Smith decides to go long onto the boot. And who is chasing? Well recovered here from the hooker. Leroux Bart. This is Molo Wicht. Looks onto the outside. Just nothing really happening for the Eagles. Again, strong carry into that midfield by Nevo. It's a turnover ball.
Leave it green. There's the ball.
Weinig Venter. Well, the Eagles. So much
Side entry.
mistakes in their gameplay. They can't get any momentum, and the Cheetahs are putting the pressure in their breakdown,
Okay, dude. Okay.
picking off penalties
Okay.
and turnover ball.
Hulle gaan die lyn van vat.
There's one area that they have to polish up, which is the loose play and the loose scrums. You have the momentum, you have the ball going forward. You can't get there and watch the ball. You have to secure that ball to get clean ball out for the back line.
Venter. Bukamela setting up a driving ball.
Exact same long arm transfer.
Long arm transfer.
It's the same as
Penalty.
the first penalty against SWD. Long arm transfer. You can't give it to the player there. You have to bring it in. You have to
Well,
tap
that's
it.
explained by Jacob Paper.
Aye. Ja, hy laat
That's why he gets the big bucks.
Wil jy as jy hom tap is aan die lyn wil jy lyn staan hê? Okay, ons kop jy uit. Ons gaan speel nog.
They will now got an opportunity to kick for a touch, and they can play on if they want. As he can't finish the game on a penalty.
Oh, again, we got to have an obstruction coming from the Cheetahs.
Hulle
For the
verstaan
long
nie,
arm
probeer die
give
jumper kom, maar hy's
to
ver.
the flanker Pokomela
Okay.
or Abongile for that instance, and forcing him to run into his own player.
Hold that.
Leroux Bart. Reserve hooker for the Eagles. Goes on to the mid.
It's a maul
He
now.
finds Janssen van Rensburg. They're starting to build the momentum. The maul is going forward. They're surging. Will this be something that's going to spark it for the second half? The Eagles putting the fight back. This is Emmerman. Into the 22 they go now. Pick and go from Janssen van Rensburg. Backed up by Volskert. The forwards have decided to put it underneath the jumper and use their power. This is standard. We've seen his brother do that in the Pro 14 for the Munster. Carry again from Ruben Skuman. Closer to the touchline now they
Leave
go.
the ball now.
Standard looking for it.
It's in touch.
Oh, into touchline they
Touch.
go. But some positivity they can take to that change room, knowing that they can muscle it up with their forwards. It's been a game that has favored the host. The 2016 champions of Currie Cup, the Cheetahs, have brought 16 of their players. They lead here by 3 tries to 0. 19 the Cheetahs, Eagles 0.
Yazi hey. Sizafuna ukutya namhlanje.
It's Currie Cup promotion relegation. It's 19 points to 0 as the Cheetahs lead here at home at Toyota Stadium by 3 tries to nothing. Well, I started off with a massive scrum from the Cheetahs, putting up the pressure. Neil Jordan controlling at the back. At the end, nothing for Jakub Everton to award that penalty try. Dominance from the pack.
Yes, four Cheetahs have been dominating from the drive. It has been evident from the kickoff, and with Eagles notwithstanding that pressure.
Carried on the momentum with the second try. This is some good hands from Pokomela, looking for the inside. Makwane on the support, and that's what the Cheetahs are all about, letting the ball do the work.
Mayor did well clearing that ball to Mkijima, popping it inside to Pokomela. Pokomela using those dancing feet, releasing it to Makwane with a great try for the Cheetahs.
Cheetahs were not done yet because it was up to the backstorm that driving ball. Momentum was forward, but look at that, drawing 2 players to himself, and then the support player from Junior Pokomela. He looks over the head. Who is there? Tian Skuman, who's come on for Malcolm Yar, who was injured before the game.
Bobes, you did say the ever-present Nico Lee, just there to get that ball, popping it into his player. Fouché was very strong on the run, strong on his legs, identifying the player on the switch. Pokomela releasing it to Skuman for the try. Bobes, looking at the stats today on this match, you can see the tackles made between the two players, with SWD Eagles struggling to secure the balls. Hence we see the scoreline sitting where it is, and possession clearly into the Cheetahs scoreline.
Well, that's how it's been looking on. 3 tries to nothing. And at DSTV now, it is your PVR in your pocket where you can catch up and record television. And this is where you can even watch live in any platform. And it's Showmax where you can binge for shows. And the second half, coming up next, the promotion relegation match between the Cheetahs and the Eagles.
Als je ons verwelkomt terug op het veld in Toyota Vrijstad Cheetahs. Welkom ook op het veld die SWD Arenden.
Toyota Stadium is here. The players are being hosted as the Free State Cheetahs leading by 19 points to 0 against the Eagles. 3 tries are scored by the Cheetahs in the first half. It's a promotion relegation Currie Cup for next year's Premier Division 2019. Well, what will be the response from the Eagles? If you're in that change room, what would you think they'll be trying to stress up for the second half, especially for the Eagles?
Perhaps the gentlemen were told, like, listen, it's second half. We came here with 1 goal and to win and get into the Currie Cup. So attitude has to be up. Men have to lift their hands up and take the man in the front foot.
Rudy Page has made it onto the field. A change was made by the coaching staff. He's come on for Tian Meyer, who is the captain. So a new captain for the Cheetahs on that field, Neil Jordan.
Ik denk hij is recht. Ik denk hij was recht daarom geweest. Lijkt daarom of hij recht was.
Wow, Rudy Page takes the captaincy too. Aiden Davis is on for Junior Pokomela. Got a big game coming up this weekend against Munster. So one of these players will be on that Pro 14 duty.
Dank je. Dank je.
Leroux Bart has come on from the first half. Ahuka. Stain. Dominates the contact. This is made. Chip and chase.
Play on.
Stage's ground was Ali Kajima. Neil Jordan. Tian Skuman. Looking for the outside. It's Nicoli. Puts it on the left foot trying to clear his lines and he's overcooked it.
Yeah. Hi. On.
Oh, bit of action from the start in the first minute.
Just step away, please.
Great chip there by Mario Vacht. He was waiting to chase. But there's nothing wrong with it because Mkijima kept the same body structure, same body line, didn't jump into his lane. Nothing wrong with that.
Jy hardloop en hom in. Ons moet gaan kyk hier so na die tyd. Okay, wat jy van hier en daai is fine, ons speel aan. Okay, that's fine. Wat jy van daar so?
Jacopeto was happy with that.
Man. Skop.
So now what you're trying to find and locate.
Penalty only for you. Okay, it's too wide. Okay, wat gebeur het is die charge is fine. Hy's in die lug, jy speel hardop op hom.
Ball into the line. There's not much that we're looking for. Just looking for
so ons gaan
the kick.
Ja, daar's net 'n late tackle deur jou speler. As jy die speler skop, so ons gaan die penalty opsie vir hulle gee daar.
Late tackle here from the Eagles.
Late tackle na die skop hierso.
Pass the ball. There's a dummy there from Skuman. That's the late tackle. And that's the penalty inside the 22.
Leroux Bart very late on that tackle on Tian Skuman.
Okay. Opsie. Die skop was hierso gewees. Hy daar geop, so is 'n keuse van 'n penalty of 'n penalty.
Well, I've never seen any captain taking the penalty backwards.
Okay, hierso. Right, 5-0.
No, great call there by Page.
Daai late tackle is niks met die skop te doen. Hoekom is 'n penalty?
Dis na skop hierso, hier was 'n skop gewees hierso.
Okay, maar as die speler wat
I must say, they were supposed to come back in with high intensity or high focus to get the front foot, but such cynical play by Leroux Bart, it's just not needed. I don't think it'll help them in any way to get the momentum going.
Penalties are mounting against the Eagles. They've given away 9 penalties, only to 3 to the Cheetahs. Quick play from that line-out, setting up a driving maul. The Cheetahs now building momentum. Fainter in the boot. Rudy Page looking for it.
Okay, use it or lose it.
Nice, use it or lose it. Good defense from the Eagles.
It's a maul. Stopped. Not used.
They show what they can do with their forward pack at the end of that first half. And now again, fighting fire with fire. Great physicality in this break.
Great inclusion of the players there in that loose scrum, driving and stopping the Cheetahs from going forward. Great defense by the Eagles.
Stukje langer voet. Een stukje langer voetie. Is welkom om te
Few
try.
changes from
Kijk eens wat gebeurt.
the Eagles too. Onto the center comes in the most experienced one of the players there. Onto the center is Vuyomboto, born in King Williamstown, played for the Builder Bulldogs, 86 games for the Griffins, 12 for SWD, over 100 first-class games for them, man.
Sit.
Good solid scrum. Stain. Now, Vuyomboto decides to carry the first one. It was not held, so he can carry on. Stain. Visco.
Release.
Bart onto the midfield. Change of direction now from Stain. This is Wayne Wilskut. Stain. Good strong feint for Tyler Fisher. Boto. Vricht breaks the tackle. Good play from the Eagles. Does well. Boto to reclaim possession.
Just lost forward.
Was lost forward in that contact. Better energy from the Eagles. Really showing the intensity now.
3-2.
Some exciting rugby that they're portraying this half. Started off from that other scrum. For the first scrum of this half, that looked so much better. Left me thinking as to where that has been the whole game. It seemed like they're manning up. I'm looking quite positive for this half.
As you go, Joseph Dweber has come on for Venter. Well, Martins has come on for Abongile Nkontwana.
Yeah.
A Springbok Oxen Chair has come on. Bit of a strap, maybe got a cut over the weekend. Playing against the Cardiff Blues. Martins has come on, open side flanker, played for the Shimlers. Two Springboks for the Cheetahs on the field with Rudy Page and Oxenchair. The Blitzbok Springbok for the Eagles. Alshon Bok as Rudy Page. Played for the Springboks, played for the Bulls. Super Rugby has come down here, is enjoying his time in the Cheetahs. Speaking to him earlier on, he says he's fit as a fiddle. And
left. Okay.
Yeah. And I must say, looking at the changes made by the Cheetahs in the front row, it's like they're hitting refresh. We struggled one scrum, that's not how we played the first half. It's time to bring back the big guns and dominate again.
Stefan Milan has come onto the field too. There's lots of numbers for these Cheetahs. Trying to make sure they give everyone game time, but that's been solid.
Pakkers bo op mekaar. Dis net een kant nie. Jy moet daai gap hou, jou manne bring jou vorentoe. En sel aan jou kant.
Joseph Dweber. I'm so excited about this game. When we got to meet him before the game. Just looking forward to another opportunity to stake his claim for the number 2 jersey for the Cheetahs. Gets another opportunity. Feinted done well. 2 turnover balls in that first half. Really involving himself.
Sit.
Body ball. Body ball.
Is at the back. Page for Shea. William Small-Smith decides to crack on the pace on his inside. It's Nico Lee. Nico Lee carrying the ball with one hand. Lost it in contact. Marlo Wick. Oh, good returns from the fullback. Driving back Makwane into his 22 now. Decides to get on his bike. Jordan using his pace, but well hunted by Fisher. Page, Fisher, isolated. Nico Lee helps him out for Share. Puts it into the boot.
Yes.
May, now, opportunity, decides to touch the sky. Letting the ball bounce us for Share.
Play advantage. Obstruction, 16.
Taking out the chaser. Joseph Dweber.
Okay.
Not the smartest thing to do.
16 changing line blocking.
Well, ill discipline now creeping into the Cheetahs play.
Oh, well, I think they came out telling themselves, listen, this side is very easy. We're dominating them physically. Let's just take a step back. Well, I don't know if that's a good decision to make, but they don't seem as eager as they were in the first half. It's been, what, 2 minutes?
Well, 6 minutes into the second half. Sorry, Biggie, use your mitts.
Apologies on that, 6 minutes.
Well, shifting away into the player's path and taking him out there was Joseph Dweller, and it was well spotted by the assistant AJ Jacobs on the side, assisting Jacob Paper. The decision was made at the end. Let's see the Eagles looked promising at the end of that first half with a driving maul. Shift drive to Skuman.
Advantage from
Coming
the side,
around the corner was Fist, and it was well spotted, but this is the Eagles now with a bit of momentum and their own advantage.
Go for it.
Being held out by Marie in the midfield in the midst of that maul.
Side entry.
And side entry.
Oh, I expected more people in that driving
Iemand
maul.
het van agteraf gejoin, toe kom iemand om die kant.
A bit worried about Tiana's Nivo to keep on holding his chest. I don't know if he has a implicating injury there.
5. Ja. As hy alleen was, fine, maar daar was iemand klaar agter gebind.
Could have done himself a mischief. Well, the
Right,
Eagles
speel manne.
got an opportunity here.
Let's go.
5 meters out.
Careful. Duidelik uit jou
Great ball
nommers.
taken in the front by the Eagles. Started
Duidelik die Frenchies na.
great momentum from the driving maul. Just a lot of ball watchers around there.
Well, Fisser came in and spotted from the side. That's why there's a penalty. Now the accuracy in that line lets them down, and Martins
Back.
reacts best.
Sorry.
For sure, this is William Small-Smith decides to straighten the line.
Ruck.
Page. For sure. Inside is 22. All the rights to the touchline.
Numbers, please. Numbers.
For sure doing well, relieving the Cheetahs of that pressure. Cheetahs need to tidy up their play. Apologies. I mean, the Eagles need to tidy up their play. 5 meters out from the try line with an overthrow with no jumper.
Wat gaan hulle maak? Is dit takties of beseer? Beseer. Beseer. Okay.
Hulle bly swak, né?
Ek het gesien daai man se rib gaan hoor. Bevestig net by die tafel of daai beseer is of takties.
Opsies, Jos.
Bart.
Nommer te
Goes
traag.
to the back. And not in straight. He's really letting him
Ja,
down.
is dit
Building
die
momentum.
nee, 2.
Mag hy ou inloop op die contest.
Dat is nie nommer ja, na die gooi.
We're going for the advantage of getting the ball to the back.
Wat wil julle hê?
Saw some
you're right.
opportunity
On
in
the
the
throw you
back
can
line.
go.
Just
Scrum.
veered
Not long enough.
to the right hand side for the skew ball.
I don't think this is a great spot. Let's try this. Ja.
Big scrum, man. Kom vir die jongens op big scrum.
Because are back onto the field for Nevote. With the number 27 jersey, started off with the number 1 jersey on his back.
Maak 'n call. Okay. Little forward. Okay, this one. Crouch. Sit. Fine.
We've had 7 reset scrums.
Green on top of them.
And still not one to go.
No gap.
This is William Small-Smith straightening the line again. Good tackle fight from the center. Page for share. Miss pass. Was it needed?
Form.
Oh, that pass from Fischer.
Ja,
Just a bit too hard trying to get to
Makwane.
Makwane. Makwane was quite clear. There was no one there. And with the pace he has, could have ran away from Christian Haynes.
It's all right.
If he was thinking the ball was going to go through the hands. And you saw the missed pass, he reacted late. This is Leroux Bart. Gets it on to Steyn now. Now, Stander. Johannes Stander into the midfield. Steyn changes direction. Ruben Skuman. Good carry from the lock.
We leave the hands, leave it!
Steyn.
Yep, too late. Thank you.
That is Wick. Vuomboto into the midfield.
Stolen, first man in.
Ball stolen. Oxen chair. Onto Fouché, but he's under pressure.
It's a rock.
Page. Oxen chair. Oh, Koza strips him off the ball.
Leave it
Turnover
now.
now for the Eagles.
He'll survive.
Wolfsgood. Now goes for the cross kick. Mays putting on the pressure. And the ball beats both men. A bit of fight here from the Eagles.
It's enough now.
11 minutes gone in the second half. Haven't conceded points. The Cheetahs haven't really been showing their dominance. See those turnovers won by the Eagles. Really putting
Hold
up
it, ek sal vir jou tyd gee. Kyk.
the pressure.
Kyk.
Eagles looking much better in this half. They're finding the shape quite easier and identifying other opportunities.
Low trick play to the front, Joseph Dweber and really Page, but he's close to the touchline. Never worked hard enough to the inside. But that was good thinking as they created that opportunity.
Line pressure to Rudy Page. Dweber needed to cut in to avoid getting tackled out of the line. But the Eagles doing very well with the defense tackle.
It's been a physical game, but it's been played in good spirit. It's good to see the Eagles really putting up the fight in the second half, and they need to get themselves on that scoreboard just to get rewarded for their effort. And Raz Mokwane been one of the better players on this field tonight.
The man with the pace, Ralph McDonough, the bullet, the man with the dancing feet. He's been doing well with creating space, getting the momentum going for the Cheetahs.
Yes, jawel.
Great with the defense as well, cross defense, identifying opportunity, going for the try line. And the great thing about him, he just doesn't have pace, but he's also strong on his feet, a strong carrier as well. One brilliant player we have in Raps Makwane.
Clearly out, thank you.
He's been having a stormy season in Pro 14, scoring loads of tries and has shown his pace. And it's the Eagles here on the attack. It's a good sack from the Cheetahs.
Good sack on the jumper.
Steyn calling his forwards closer. Johannes Janssen from Rensburg promotes himself to carry.
Release!
Well met in defense by the Cheetahs. Wolfsgood.
Lost forward advantage.
Lost the ball in contact again. Oxenchair. Page. Kajima. Fouché.
Advantage is over.
Nicoli. Skumana. This is William Small-Smith. Decides to take it up to the line.
Okay, rock.
Straight in the line. Sharp
Advantage,
Murray.
green 17 offside.
Offsides against
18.
the Eagles. Ball is a bit slow for Page. Nicoli. To no one.
Is it 17 of 18? 18 offside, never on. Is it never on or full? Okay, not back.
Devil Daka just trying to get the ball back into the Eagles' hands, getting himself a bit of offside there.
Okay.
Man-on-man defense
11.
with Daka trying to get to the man before he gets the ball. With the colossal clash between him and Justin Basson.
The whole team is offside. No one is behind the most hind foot there. You have to start from the ruck. That's where the offside line's leg. And Bernard Janssen from Rensburg has come on for Raps
Hold
Makwane.
out, play.
Justin Basson now. Off the top from the Cheetahs. Rudy Page. No Jordan. Support from Milan. Marie from Page.
Hold on.
Survives that. Page sniping. Page looking to the outside. And where does he find? Here's fly half, Louis Foucher. The Springbok steps up, creates opportunity, and it's well taken by his former Blue Bulls player, Louis Foucher. The 4th try for the Cheetahs, 24 points to 0, they lead.
Page identified the opportunity with a hypnotizing step back into space, releasing the ball to Fisher for the 4th try for the Cheetahs.
Wat van mij?
Louis Foucher converts his 26 points, 2-0 Cheetahs. With 4 tries in this game, and Rudy Page with the skill extraordinaire, creating the opportunity, 2-on-1, and let it go, son. Let the kids play. SWD, they've had a tough one. Put a massive effort to this season. Last season, they were bottom of the log in the 1st division. This year, they topped the log.
Thanks.
By that virtue, they qualify for this promotion relegation game. They lost only once to the Leopards by just a penalty, 27 points to 28. They've had a good season, maybe a step too far. Bernard Janssen van Rensburg, Tian Skuman, shake and bake.
Namorak!
Page.
Play on.
Kajima chasing. Wick gets up, but he loses the ball backwards. Page again. Oh, he's on the button.
That's forward.
A bit of intensity coming from Rudy Page and a bit of a response coming from everyone on that pitch.
There we go. So daai weight control is nou net toe ek sê bind toe jy bo op hulle, okay.
You see those scrums. Cheetahs having more scrums because of the mistakes made by the Eagles. Almost 8 scrums at 7 resets.
Crouch.
There's a 7 reset scrums. Koza up against the Springbok. Steady and solid.
Take it out. Yeah. Same ball.
The paper wants the ball out.
Yeah, we've got slip both ends. Yeah, we'll move. We've got a slip on both sides.
The Eagles keeping the pressure much better in this half.
There's nog natter daar.
Another reset going onto the Cheetah side. I must say the binds are being kept very well by the loose forward.
I mean, you can see there's a bit of a tactic here from the Cheetahs. Sort of keeping the ball a bit longer.
It's soft, so we have to keep chasing the feet up.
Or is what do you think it is?
I'd say it's really intense because now the focus comes back to the scrums, tiring out those forwards so that they can bullet out the ball from the back and use the opportunities in the far ends. That's where they have been scoring.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Page. Ball goes against them.
Green is still square. White around the corner.
Red walking around the shoulder.
Yeah, terug.
Calling him out on that.
Green is still square and white around the corner. Yep, and when the pressure came on.
Oh, he might not find the touch here, did he? Oh. Perfect. Perfect from Devon.
A big scrum given in by the Devil Daka, forcing Murray to lose his bind and push into the scrum, with the Eagles conceding their first penalty.
The say comes off as Milan has come on for him. Stefan Milan.
Kyk, die seks in die goed af vir ons.
Good position now for the Eagles to get something on the scoreboard. They find Jansen from Rensburg. They've got a bit of momentum now and they're driving more. It's been called to use it once.
Okay, use it or lose it.
Using it is Stander. Stander is the strong ball carrier.
The ball was out.
Jansen
No,
from
hands
Rensburg.
wide.
2 meters out, pick and go again from the
Release
Eagles.
wide. 20.
Forwards really want to rumble this one over. Another
back.
pick and go,
Hands up
denied.
wide.
Oxenchair on the defense there. Staying with the bit wider from that ruck. Oh,
man.
Martins, what a steal. This is William Small-Smith, puts it on his left boot. It's not one of the best kicks.
First man over the top, solo.
This is Wick. Tyler Fisher. Vuyomboto. Now, this is May now. May puts a grabber. Well read by Oxenchair. Basson, Mertens, Page. Oh, taken. It is Vuyo Mboto. All the experience in the world, reads it. Oh, like a thief in the night, picks the pocket.
Vuyomboto identifying opportunity in the center line, rushing up to tackle the man with the ball, gets his hands on that ball, paces down to the try line with the first point scored for the Eagles.
Okay.
Eagles on the scoreboard. Offensive defense there. Good read from Vuyomboto,
Right, yeah,
getting
right.
himself between the man and ball.
Such mod play comes with experience, though.
Experience is it's only when you use it that we call it experience. He really showed it there. I mentioned that he's got 86 games for the Griffins. He's played 26 for the Bulldogs, 12 for the Eagles, 13th today. Over 100 games in the first class, but this is Divon now, attempting a conversion for the first time in this game. Former UJ fly half, the flag stays down.
Oh, Mboto did very well. It's getting between the two players, getting the ball, snapped it from Small-Smith, pacing down the line with Fisher nowhere to catch him, putting on the points on for the Eagles.
The Eagles quick the duck and coming back on is Alshon Buck. And Wick will come off the pitch and is not looking happy. Man who scored more than 100 tries in first class rugby, Alshon Buck, former Blitzbacher, scored 9 tries in 5 games for the under-20s.
Yeah, backwards.
This is a carry now from Brendan Esterhazen.
Leave it.
Monstered. Now.
Backwards.
Oh, he's got a massive club. Skuman early play to Forshare. Forshare decides to go back to Skuman. Drawing and passing. Skuman enjoying his rugby down here in the Cheetah land. Joseph Dweber. Oh, sparks fly when he carries. Gajima. Page, a bit more patience has come onto the field. Forshare. William Small-Smith, he's been straightening the line the whole day. And finally, he is rewarded. Shortest way to the try line is straight. Yes, sir. 5th try for the Cheetahs. Good pace and intensity from the Cheetahs, opening up the space.
Problematic William Small-Smith, expected to run the line, cut back in, opened up the Eagles' defense, and scored the try.
Okay. Thanks, fellas.
Pleasure to see a center with all his tries to create and preserve space on the outside by going straight. Finally cracks it on for himself. The inside-outside was superb. And he knows he's got the pace. He can play on the wing too. William Small-Smith, former great college pupil. Lou Fisher. Only missing one conversion. Tempting. His fourth kick. Fisher. Just underneath it he goes. 31 points to 5.
Onder there.
William Small-Smith, special here.
Onder there.
This young man getting the ball. Didn't expect him to step back in, straightened his line. Stepped back out with some dazzling footwork, scoring the try, being rewarded for all that effort.
Shot.
William Small-Smith with the try for the Cheetahs.
Good heads-up play, seeing the player over-tracking who was in front of him, taking one on his inside. Hard for the catch-up defender to keep up with the pace. Gets the pace. Kijima now. Nico Lee.
Play on.
Well, I think if you were listening for Cheetahs calls when they called Province, I'm going to attack on the blind. Rudy Page. May does well, recovers the ball, but it's a good chase line from the Cheetahs. And they put on the numbers, staying on their feet, are they?
Stay up. It's the first play before you, went straight off his feet. I tried to give him time, but you won it.
Kijima did very well on getting onto
16.
the ball and contesting for it. Dweba came in from behind, just pushed him over the ball, lost his feet. Penalty given to the Eagles. Kijima coming in with the tackle, supported well by Neil Jordan. With Dweba just losing his feet as he's contesting for that ball.
Losing their feet on that counter-ruck. The Cheetahs got penalized now as again the Eagles and through the 22 they go. Setting up another drive and more. It's been good for them. It's really building all the momentum for their attack.
It's all good. It's all good. He's inside.
Steadily going forward. They haven't been warned yet. They've got the momentum. Use it. Stain decides to have a go. Bach. He knows his way to the try line.
Away.
Eric Bach with the pick and go.
No more.
Stain. On to Koza. Fight through the first tackle.
Is the first man on it?
Stain.
I didn't say leave it, it was good.
Stain again, changes direction. This is Johannes Stander.
Leave it one. Last feet.
Stain, Koza, little goose. Good leg drive, dominates the tackle.
Ball's out, play on, ball's out.
Good pressure from Page, but good reaction from Stain. Now, halves out. On to Johannes Janssen from Rensburg.
Advantage.
Not rolling away was Justin Basson. Stain now with the ball.
Yeah, in the way, leave it. Moet nie kan bly nie altyd nie. 3-24. Is veel sub.
Subs coming on for the Eagles. Safisa is back.
On the 9th phase, Eagles has kept the ball brilliantly. With Basson taking his time to roll away, trying to slow down the pace. A bit deliberate there, but that has cost them to give more space or more opportunity for the Eagles on the 5-meter line.
It's blood.
Well, there's blood here for Justin Basson, so we'll go for a break. On the play, as need to attend to the blood for lock from the Cheetahs. Well, 31 points to 5. Nicoli, as I mentioned, one of the special players.
Nicoli has been very visible and very active in this game, making sure with every ball that has in hand, getting the Cheetahs on the front foot. Strong carrier, strong defender, and always finding the man on the outside with a release. I mean, Nicoli has been defending and has been dominating in this game, and I must say, and the much faith that these team members must have in him is also very beautiful to see.
The report now, 5 meters out, the Eagles. 12 minutes to go in the promotion relegation 2018. Skuman, what a move to stay. Joseph Dweber shuts the door down.
Hoi. Die lijnstaan is daar. Ja, is terug.
Opportunity identified there with a double move from the line out. Just released back to Johannes Stein. With Dweber clearing with the tackle.
Last feet. Hold.
Page for Shat. Alshon Buck. 36 young man. On to May.
Ruck.
That's a ruck now. Alshon Buck hopping out at scrum off. Will's good. Pass from Nell again. It's a bounce pass. This is Kirsten Stein. Haynes, beg a pardon, in his 50th game for the Eagles. Vuyamboto. Stein.
Good line speed.
On to Steers. Blindside they go. This is Fisher.
He's first man in. He's got it, he's lifted it.
Boys high.
Holding.
Isolated, first man in,
Ox is right
stealing
on
the
it.
ball.
First man over the top.
Cheetahs all over the breakdown. Oxen chair. Oh, modern
17.
props nowadays. Biggie, did you get to turn over any ball?
Back in my days, Bobes, I was very good. I was very active. But I must say, Nche does it very well. Not just a prop, but he has a couple of steals. Coming in through from the weekend's game against Cardiff Blues, he was just as active and he got 3 steals for the Cheetahs.
Yes, 100%.
Someone will be knocking on that door for that World Cup spot next year.
Yes.
Bassan, Page, Nicoli again, advantage line.
No more, he's offside.
Page, switch and play. Back onto the Milan.
Rock!
Page. Page again, sniping. Rudy Page has really lifted the intensity. Oh, he's playing with so much determination, the Springbok. Joseph Dweber. Volskut doesn't survive the clean. That's how you survive a clean.
Play advantage. No. I think he actually tried to grab it.
Oh, it's a close one.
Ja, I saw personally off. Nee, ek het dit gesien.
9 minutes to go. Promotion relegation. The Cheetahs seem to be well and through staying up for the Premiership for 2019.
Okay.
Rudy Page, so lethal with the show and go. Released the ball. Was about to get it to the hands of Bernard Jansen van Rensburg.
Hold in. Ek gee hom net die benefit of the doubt want hy het opgereach. Hy het regtig nie afgeslaan nie.
Oh, now
Let's go.
the cricketer. Man, I played for UJ 10.
Let's go.
Top point scorer from the UJ
That's right.
Varsity Cup.
Begin all of Smith.
Went for that intercept. Bernard Jansen van Rensburg was running a challenging line there. It was all well spotted by Rudy Page too.
Yeah.
Interesting how momentum in the second half really struggled with the resets of scrums, but all of a sudden you can see the Cheetahs want to really up the intensity.
Set.
Page.
Yeah. Same ball.
There's a call a reset scrum.
It's pre-engaged, lads. It's going to go down like that.
Great pressure applied from both teams. Just a slip of the foot there. from both sides. I must say the scrums have been looking better. Just a lot of resets
Let's go.
occurring in this half.
He needs to be
interesting
square. That's all I
Young
can
Paper
all I
said
can ask
that
him. No,
because of
he's
the
asking for
alien
shoulders out.
engagement,
I'm
because you want to
saying
see
if
that
he's square, I'm
almost
not
like
asking anything else.
seatbelt when you're putting it in before you call engage.
That's nice and
And
square
that's what
there.
he's not
Thank
getting.
you.
The players are already
Like a
unstable
style.
just before that set. It's been something that they've been struggling with throughout.
Crouch.
Few new props are in there. Full front row for
Bind.
the Eagles.
Sit.
Also cheering Joseph
Got
Drew.
it.
Maria stay strong.
Overextended again. Tight head. Feet back. Kicking the feet back.
Sofisa has been struggling with that.
It's a pancake.
Yeah, so he's struggling with it in the first half. He's back on the second half. Still hasn't worked
Feet's
on
got to
that
be up. It's a pancake.
overextension.
Give a long shape. Let's get in.
Clearly see his overextension doesn't, because of the arch of his back and the way his feet are far, can't support his own body weight, slipping on and putting his competitor Chalmere at risk.
Let's go, let's go. Happy days, happy. Loxie.
Luister pijlen, Rune.
Let's go. Yes, sorry. Let's go,
6 minutes ago. Promotion relegation, Curry Cup Premier Division next season.
Bind.
Cheetahs
Sit.
scored 5 tries to 1.
Ball's out.
Good scrum from the Eagles. For Shea now. Taking the ball flat. Page carrying on to the same side. Martins.
Hold that.
Page. Marie does well. Supported by Baswan.
That's it.
Page again. Oxen Che. Held up in the tackle by the 2 locks, but
Ball's available. Play on.
Dweber is all over it. Marie, good pass from the
Advantage. It's not
safety
a deliberate
belt
penalty
tackle
only.
around the shoulders. Joseph
Trying to step
Dweber.
into it. That's a knock on.
Knocks it on in
Yeah.
contact.
Yep. It's not deliberate. Reacted to a step.
Dweber with the aggressive nature of a Bonsmara bull. Quite a large man, very strong on his feet. And I must say this tackle was quite not deliberate by
When we'll skip the 8th man going above the shoulder.
Okay. Hou die gap vir ons. Gaan net vir die
Jacob
jumper.
Piper has been enjoyable tonight.
Exact.
Joseph Dweber gets on
It's a
to
sack. Bring out the ball. Bring out the
sack
ball.
Fisser.
Play ball.
Oh, it was
It's a
sacked
fair
and he
sack.
kept the
So
ball
the ball
inside.
has to be at the front or taken out.
Obstruction.
You understand what I'm saying? It's a fair sack. So
Feed
the
was
ball
in.
needs to be at the front or be
great
taken
from
out.
Dweber. Ball stolen
Right,
from
that's
the man
Victoria,
from the
that was
Lowveld,
Victoria.
Martins.
Let's go.
Just obstructing there with a chair.
Okay, let's go. Wat was jou prentjie op daai vorige skram? Maar net toe. Call hom nou. Okay, stay square. Crouch.
Loxie.
Okay, I'll restart.
Niet gelaat om de naam.
Crouch. Bind. White's in.
And engaging from the Cheetahs.
White's in.
Short arm penalty.
Yeah.
Divanel.
Has to be done by that player. It's a new player. It has to be done by him.
Jacob Piper's out here just laying down the law. He's been really brilliant in the way that he's been precise and concise in the way that he's carried on. Quick line out from the Cheetahs. Mchijima for share of the long pass. Skuman stepping on the inside. He's straightening up the line. William Smith does well.
It's back of green.
He's back from
And
green.
play on.
Martins, ever present, the open side flanker. Page. He survived a bit of a shock tackle.
This player.
Oh, Eagles not rolling away.
You will find that player not roll.
Tapping and going. Bernard Janssen van Rensburg. Cheetahs want to finish with a flourish.
Not on the ball.
If you got Page here, throwing him pass, and William Smith. Skill exhibition. Almost a training warm-up drill. 2-on-1, joining the passing. William Smith scoring his second try. 36 points to 5.
Rudy Page, dangerous on that pick and go. Releasing William Smith and get rewarded for the try. Second try of the day for William Smith.
How brilliant was that? Page working his body into the inside, preserving that space for his man on the outside. That's good work from an experienced Springbok. For sure. Oh, he's hit the post. It's not converted.
Rudy Page, dazzling work, releasing the ball to William Smith. I mean, if Rudy Page has released 2 tries from such a play, you have to keep your eye on him. No one in front to defend him. Releasing William Smith on the opportunity on the left with a try in the corner.
Shot.
It's 31 points, the lead for the Cheetahs. Skuman. Page again. Joseph Dweber. Only way he knows is to go forward.
Okay.
Good release again. Page sniping around the fringes, but tackled from the Eagles, and it's a knock on, and that's how it ends here. In Toyota Stadium here in Bloemfontein, the Cheetahs remain in the Premiership, and the Eagles, they go down, or stay or remain in the First Division. It's been tries for the Cheetahs. They've scored 36 points to 5. Nothing to show for the Eagles until the second half, where they're trying to show fight a bit spiritually. But there's nothing really they could do, because this Cheetah side loaded the team with 16 players that played in the Pro 14. The Eagles were not hiding to anything. It was always going to be a difficult assignment. Rudy Page really came on to the second half, shown why he's been capped as a Springbok. Martins again with the intensity from the open side flank. As we go down to Sam Ludidi with the losing captain.
Jacques, it was always going to be a difficult task for you guys coming out to Bloemfontein. Unfortunately, not being able to do the business today.
Yeah, first of all, I just want to give glory to God for his amazing season where they had. Yeah, we knew they're going to be tough to play the Cheetahs. It's tough to come to their grounds to play like a Pro 14 team or whatever. But just well done to the team. We are just proud of the boys. I think that the boys can be just stay humble and go back and work hard. But well done to the Cheetah team.
There is plenty to be proud of. This time last year, you were bottom of the First Division log. You went undefeated this year, and they got you into this point.
Yeah, as I said before the game, we have nothing to lose. We just come here. We can't fall out of any competition, so boys, we need to play. And unlucky we didn't go outside, but just as I said, well done to the Cheetahs and proud of the boys' amazing season, and just give glory to God for this amazing season that we had.
It does also make for a brilliant platform now to launch off for next season as well. What are you guys taking into next year?
Yeah, we know that we need to work harder to play in this level. So if we want to compete against the best, we need to play the best. So we just get a holiday for the next 2 weeks, come back and work hard, and just prepare. As we prepare this year, we give everything to play in the competition next year.
Unlucky on the result today. Very great season. All the best.
Thank you so much.
And now we're going to chat to the Cheetahs captains as soon as he gets through his handshake. Tian, business as usual, mission accomplished, all the boxes ticked here tonight?
I wouldn't say all the boxes ticked. The main one ticked. We got the win, and that was very important for the company and for next season. Obviously, we weren't happy with a lot of the execution of our boys tonight. We'll definitely pick it up because we got a big one this weekend.
Before we get into the positives, you mentioned that there were a couple of boxes left unticked. What were those for you?
Look, I just think execution at set piece, little things didn't work out. We knew there might be a few timing issues with some guys changing, but I mean, we've been a squad, we've been training together for a long time. There shouldn't be those issues.
Must have been impressed with the skill set. I mean, Rudy coming on the second half and the centre pairing of William and Nico as well, how they just turned on the game as well.
Yeah, no, well done to the bench that came on, and really we knew it was going to be tough for SWD to come out in the second half. First half we knew they would come with passion, and it was tough out there for us, and second half the bench came on and really made a difference. Paige, you did really well, kept the ball moving, and we got the points at the end of the day.
Congratulations here tonight. We'll see you guys in the Currie Cup again next year, and all the best for the journey ahead.
Cool, cheers, thank you.
Well, the Cheetahs victorious here by 36 points to 5, 6 tries to 1. Cheetahs 36, Eagles 5.